Hello and welcome to Beauté Espace TV. I'm Ritu, editor at Beauté Espace. And today we have a very interesting young person with us. And before I introduce her, I would like to talk about the state of e-commerce with which she is also involved in this country. So the e-commerce business in India is worth over $55 billion. And it is estimated currently to be over 25% of the total organized retail and slated to be 37% of the total organized retail by 2030. Now, India's online shopper base is to be the largest globally by 2030, with nearly 500 to 600 million shoppers. We are adding 10 million people, internet users, every month, the highest rate in the world. E-commerce market is to be worth $350 billion by 2030. Close to 100% of PIN codes in India have seen e-commerce adoption already. The Indian online grocery market is estimated to reach US 8.2 billion by 2024 from US 1.9 billion in 2019 at a CAGR of a throbbing 57%. India's e-commerce orders volume increased by 36% in last quarter of 2020, with the personal care and wellness segment by being the largest beneficiary. So with that, on that note, I would like to introduce our guest today, Sargam Dhawan Bhayana. She is the founder of Tress Mart Private Limited. It's an e-commerce site which deals with beauty and hairdressing products. After her graduation from the Buffalo State University in New York, she launched this project in 2017 when she was all of 22 years. And it was, I believe, simultaneously that she met the inventors and promoters of Daphne, the original hair straightening brush, which she then went on to launch in India. Tress Mart went on to purchase Penders, a Netherlands-based clean beauty brand that's all natural, cruelty-free, and vegan. Initially, Tress Mart only dealt with Daphne and Penders, but in 2020, it was relaunched as a platform to sell anything and everything that deals with hair care. Well, Tress Mart has seen a growth rate of 138% in 2020 versus the previous year, and an online growth of 1,120% in January 2021. Well, in 2020, as the world was turned upside down by the pandemic, Sargam successfully launched Glow by Tress Mart, a luxury e-commerce platform for exclusively curated premium beauty products. In 2021, Sargam successfully launched Style Ideas, and it's a unique company that introduced the world to new innovations in the beauty world. We'll talk about it more later. Sargam is the director of Planet Herb Life Sciences, a pharmaceutical company that manufactures and markets its own range of wellness products. Of course, having said that, she has bagged various awards, including the Cosmopolitan Beauty Award, the Nykaa Femina Beauty Awards, and the Garhwal Post Young Turk Award, and it goes on. So welcome to Beauté Espace TV today, Sargam. We are delighted to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me. The pleasure is all mine.
Okay, Sargam. So, I'm fully excited because given the background that, I don't want to name, but we know that a beauty e-commerce site has absolutely shattered the bourses, no comparison. And we are also delighted because being from the industry, we look forward with a lot of optimism. So given that, Sargam, let's start with the first question. what inspired way back in 2017 when pandemic was still not in sight, and what inspired you to launch Tress Mart?
Well, actually, I started with just Daphne, like you mentioned previously. I have always been very, very interested in beauty and, beauty products and, just the beauty industry in general. Ever since a child, since I've been traveling, I've always, tried new beauty products, use them on myself. So I think getting into this seemed like just the only natural path to follow because I wanted to do something which I'm interested in, something I like. And then I had a chance meeting with Daphne. And I loved it so much. That's how it started. Actually, it was just a natural progression because I kept thinking what I want to do, and I realized that beauty is one thing that I truly love, fully. And I think I would be able to put my heart and soul into something that I love doing myself.
Awesome. So you also have the exclusive rights for Style Pro and Style Smile, and you have the makeup eraser. Tell us a little bit about those as well.
So the makeup eraser is a brand from the USA, and it is a microfiber cleansing towel that removes makeup. So it's reusable. You can reuse it 3,600 times. So it essentially eliminates the problem of use and throw. So previously, what all of us used to do is take a cotton pad, put makeup remover, remove our makeup, and throw it away. So I think it was very damaging to the environment to generate that kind of waste actually. So this is essentially a towel that replaces that. You can use it 3,600 times. It eliminates the use and throw policy, and it works fabulously. The style ideas and Style Pro is, so there are three products in that. One is a makeup brush cleaner and dryer. So it cleans and dries your makeup brushes in 30 seconds. So when we clean and dry our makeup brushes, traditionally it can take up to a day for them to dry. So this eliminates that problem. You can do this in 30 seconds. The teeth whitening kit is an LED teeth whitening kit certified by dentists. So it is a quick solution for teeth whitening. You use it for 2 weeks and your teeth are visibly 3 shades lighter. And the Style Pro beauty fridge is essentially a fridge about this size, very tiny for your beauty products. So with the market shifting into organic beauty and cruelty free and vegan, it's important to keep these products in the desired temperature for them to last longer. So you can keep it in the beauty fridge in summers, and the beauty fridge also has a mechanism where you can switch it to the heat mode in winter. So the coconut oils and the other essential oils which freeze in winters, that it stops them from freezing. So those are just the products that we are selling and have exclusive rights in India for.
That's awesome. I think that's very visionary. So going on to Paul Penders, you have taken over Paul Penders, the entire the clean beauty brand. What led to that, and how are you ensuring that the same standards are maintained in India? Because people really trust a brand which comes from abroad, and they go gaga over it. And clean beauty is something that's still new in India. So tell us about this.
So what we are doing with this is Paul Penders is manufactured in the US and Malaysia. So when we bought over the brand, we did not shift manufacturing here completely. So what we did was we kept a lot of the products being manufactured in Malaysia and USA until the people here learned and trained themselves, and we also sent our entire manufacturing team to Malaysia to learn everything. And for the initial few, say about 7 or 8 months, even our raw material was coming from Malaysia. So that's how we try to maintain the standards. And of course, the factory, that is, it's my own facility. So, we ensure 100% quality. It is GMP certified, ISI certified, all of those things.
Awesome. So how's the response been? Because it's been a few years since you've launched it. And how are you marketing it?
So the response has been fabulous. Of course, it took a bit for us to establish ourselves in India. But abroad, it was much quicker because I think the wave of clean beauty came way before abroad than it did in India. So it's only come now in India, but it's been fabulous. We are now establishing into offline retail. Of course, the pandemic slowed things down, but we are back on track, and we hope to be in offline stores very, very shortly.
Okay, so Are you opening your own stores, or it's retailing?
Both. We'll be doing both.
And when do we see that happening?
So in the shop and shop models, I think in the next 6 months, and our own store in the next 1 year.
Awesome. Okay. So going on to your diversification from hair to skincare online, is this a natural progression that you always saw coming, or it's because you initially started with a big focus on hair, and now I see that you're sort of diversifying. So tell us the story.
Definitely, I did feel that it was a natural progression. It sort of came way before than I was anticipating it to come. But I think in India, there's a lot of concentration on skincare. So for a business to naturally progress, we had to expand, which is why we decided to get into skincare. And then we realized there's so much innovation happening in skincare, which we aren't aware of. So it was only time to bring in that element. But yes, it was a natural progression, but it came much before than I had anticipated it to come to me.
Okay. Going on to, you also head a pharma company, and you're doing a lot of wellness products as well. And that's a category we all know, I mean, through pandemic and now post-pandemic, that's essential to all our lives more than anything else. So how are you framing this, aspect of your business?
It was actually perfect for Paul Penders because we were already into the pharma industry, into Ayurvedic. So the basic know-how was there how to manufacture.
Sure.
So it was very easy to progress into manufacturing our own products because the R&D team was there, the packaging team was there. So it all goes hand in hand. And initially we used to manufacture at the same facility as where my pharma products are made, and now we shifted into in the same premises another building. But I think it was much easier because all the knowledge was there, the people were there, the teams were all set in place. So I think it just complemented each other very, very well.
So I saw some hemp products on your website, and I'm a little curious about it because CBD has been again there, globally for a while, and even in India, in Ayurvedic products, it's been there. But how are you in the modern, marketplace? How are you projecting it and positioning it?
CBD, like it's been there for a long time for medicinal uses, but now it's coming to commercial cosmetics, so to say. So how we position is that it has the same uses, but the quantity is much lesser than being used for medicinal uses. And CBD has so many, it calms you down, it's good for your skin, it's good for your hair. So we position it as a commercial product. If somebody is going to buy this and think that it's going to help them medicinally, we're not trying to promote that. What we promote it as is something to apply on your skin as a topical skin product, not something to consume. So it's positioned essentially as any other skincare item would be positioned, something maybe like rose water. It's made with rose, but we're promoting it as a topical use product. So that's what we do with CBD.
Okay, and you have the hemp. Could you tell us more about the hemp line?
So the hemp line has a lot of products, but it essentially does a lot of oil. So there is, a hemp oil to reduce stress. There is a calming hemp oil. Then there is a shampoo, a hemp shampoo, and a hemp conditioner. So again, most products are either oil or shampoo conditioners. We haven't ventured out yet into skincare because we did not feel very confident on, getting that on the skin. But other than that, it's oils and so shampoo and conditioner is what we are currently selling on Tress Mart.
Okay, and are there any edibles as well? If I've seen some edibles.
And no, that we do not. We don't sell hemp edibles.
Oh, okay, all right. So then, what's the research behind your wellness products? Is something that I'd like to.
So what we do is essentially because, like I said, we have a pharmaceutical company. So before doing everything, I mean, of course, my mother is always my guinea pig, and she tries everything. But we get entire certifications done. They're tested at labs, and like for instance, our entire Paul Penders range, we have this serum which has been tested in 3 labs across the world. So we got EU certification, US certification, and Indian certification. So these are all fully tested products, and we do not launch them until we are 100% sure that there are no side effects and they're 100% safe to use.
With Paul Penders, what kind of response are you getting on which products are you getting a good, relatively better response?
I would actually say the lipsticks and a serum for luscious lashes. So it's actually a serum you apply at night like a mascara, and it enables growth of your eyelashes. So I think the lipsticks and the luscious lash serum is what we've received a phenomenal response on as compared to the other products.
Yes, it's interesting to learn that in the era of masks, people are still buying lipsticks.
Yes, I know.
Okay, so Sargam, you have a great legacy in business. Your parents, your father, your grandfather have been all in business. How much of has that legacy helped, or maybe sometimes hindered also, because you have a you have elders who know it all.
Oh no, absolutely. So, of course, it helped a lot because I think right from the start they always wanted me to do something. So they really encouraged me. They really let me make my own failures. I have failed many times. I have, burnt a lot of their money. But they've let me do that because I think they've been in this journey, so they know that I will only learn if I make my own mistakes. So it's definitely helped me. But like you said, it's also hindered because they know everything, and they know sometimes I make very very bad decisions, and we have these arguments because it's difficult to get each other's point of views at time. So of course their experience has helped, but at the same time, sometimes I feel that they hold me back from making a certain decision which they know I will fail, and I also sometimes know, but sometimes you want to make those decisions. But as somebody who's been in this line in business actually for over 50 years, they don't let me do that. So it's a 50-50 of both.
So, how palatable was getting into the beauty industry for them? Like,
Oh, they were actually then they have never done beauty, so it was as new for them. They've still not understood it fully because they don't even try these products. They don't even know what are the trends. So actually, it has been a learning experience for them. But they mainly let me take my decisions and handle things because they're not very familiar with this industry. But from business point of view, of course, they've been businessmen for as long as I can remember. So that way, they know exactly the guidance to give. But when it comes to the beauty industry, they have no guidance to give to me at all.
so, while we are at on this question, I would like to know, as a youngster and that to a woman, what are the obstacles you faced? If at all.
Well, firstly, every time I would go for meetings, people would not take me very seriously. Firstly, because of my age. Secondly, because I'm a woman. And, I've had experiences where people would sit in front of me and say, boss ko bulao. So as a start, when I was starting out, it used to really demotivate me. That why don't they want to talk to me? Also, firstly, I think my age was not a very good factor because people would not take me seriously. Uh, Other than that, it has not been too difficult because, so I was just saying, I wouldn't call them as problems. I would actually say it was a graph, and it was just a graph towards learning better and making myself better. So yes.
So, your husband also is a part of your business.
No, he runs his own digital marketing and social media agency. But of course, I go to him for advice every evening when we're home. But he's not actively involved in my work.
That's interesting. Okay. So, going to your CSRs, the Vera project, tell us, because it's very interesting how um, in the beauty industry, there are various kinds of CSRs that companies do, but it keeps changing. It's quite a, kind of unstable kind of a virtue. So I would like to really know and understand what you were doing under Vera.
So actually, Veera project is a combination of my grandparents' name. So my grandfather is called Vijay and my dadi is called Rakesh. So that's how Veera, Vinra, came about. So at the Veera project, what we do is we try to get jobs for people who lost jobs during the pandemic and also rehabilitate pets because pets is something I love. So I wanted to help, animals who can't say anything or do anything. So we just do these two things, and we've been successful. We've rehabilitated about 14 to 15 pets, and we have been able to offer jobs to about 32 people. So while it's not a huge number, but I just feel whatever difference little bit I can make I should at least try and do that.
So when exactly was Veera launched, Sargam?
It was launched last year during the lockdown. So I would say it was launched around August, end August, beginning September.
That's not a long time, I think.
No, that's not a long time.
So now I'm very interested in understanding, you have mentioned somewhere in your interviews that, body positivity is a big thing and it should be. So how do you take that forward?
As a child, I was a very underconfident child because I've always been on the heavier side. But with time, I've learned, to love your body and really appreciate it. And when I talk about body positivity, in India, a lot of people feel that if someone's talking about body positivity, they mean be unhealthy. But that is actually not what we are trying to say. That is actually not what I am trying to say. I am trying to say work each day to make yourself better, but don't stop loving yourself. Each day is a learning. Each day you're trying to better yourself, but that doesn't mean you will not love yourself or you will not treat your body right. So essentially that's what body positivity means to me, and it has been over time that I have also come to learn love my body, because I was not so comfortable doing that before. But it's been a journey and I'm still learning.
Awesome. So now tell us about your plans and your vision for your company. Where do you want to take it, say, in the next 5 years?
Of course, I would like to be a unicorn. I would like to take out an IPO. I want to open stores all across India. But apart from that, I want to stick to the key point that for which Tressmart was started, which was to bring innovation. So I always want to bring in innovative products and keep my customers at top priority. Apart from that, of course, the IPOs and being a unicorn and opening stores is always welcome to any entrepreneur. But yes, the main thing is I would always like to keep innovating and always like to keep my customers right at the top.
Awesome. Do you see at any point getting into the salon business? It's just a question that struck me because, salons are, one of the fastest segments.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. But I don't see myself getting into the salon business. I don't know what life holds for me. But as of right now, no, I don't think of getting into the salon business.
Sure. You have a clarity on that.
Yes.
So do you feel a bias towards Gen Z and millennials? Do you understand them better? And as a result, do you think you, as I see the products that you offer, they're not necessarily, positioned for them, but this is innovations and new things are always the key, to attract youngsters. Do you see that there's some bias towards the youngsters, the Z?
I wouldn't say there's a bias, but yes, I do understand them better. And while my products are not necessarily positioned for them, they're for everybody. But my products are aimed to make life easier. Because as Gen Z and millennials, we are used to very simplified things. We have a question, we Google it. We want to order something, it's online. So innovation is meant to make life simpler. So there's no bias, but yes, I do feel that I do understand them better because I've been a part of, and I have the same thinking as them.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So COVID has impacted all of us and we've learned our lessons, hopefully. How has it made a difference to you as an entrepreneur? And how do you, kind of, as a result, what are the things you want to tweak going forward?
So of course, COVID has taught all of us a lot, and I think mainly just being the brittleness of life. But from a business point of view, like initially we were only catering to salons. We were giving them products. We had no online retail channel. We tweaked fully. We came in the online format today, where most of our 70% of our business is through online. So I think the only thing we've learned through this entire thing is that the change is the only constant. We have to be very quick in to be relevant. You have to be very quick. So we felt that okay, the salon business is shutting, our company might not be able to sustain. We quickly shifted to an online format, and going forward I think we have to just keep up with the times and keep up with change.
Awesome. Finally, I would like your comments on what you think of Nika's performance on the boards, and um, do you think that of course, it's optimistic for the industry, but do you think it's going to be the trend? Do you think there's something to watch out for? What is your response
So
to it?
Nykaa, of course, has done phenomenally well in a very short span of time. They've been able to take out an IPO. They've done very well. But yes, it would be a trend. But now the key thing here would be what differentiates you from Nykaa. Nykaa has sort of become like the Amazon. But in a world of Amazon, the Flipkart, Mintras, and Ajios exist, and they're doing phenomenally well themselves. So it is just finding the differentiator from Nykaa, and that is exactly what we are going to do. That in a world of Nykaas, there will be a Tress that will exist, and there will be several more. So I think just keeping what gives you an edge over them is all that everyone should watch out for. But yes, Nykaa done phenomenally well, and they're an inspiration to many, including me. It's been founded by a woman, so I'm sure if she can do it, so can we.
Yes. So, Sargam, it was a delight speaking to you. And
Likewise.
thanks again for joining us today. And we wish you all the best on your journey forward. We also look forward to getting the scoops from you whenever you're making the next move.
Of course, of course.
And so, all the best.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank
Same.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.